All right, today is December 10th, Thursday. A little different video today. Yeah, I do stock stuff, basically, recaps, setups, sometimes long trades, swing trades, teaching stock trading. Yeah, I've been looking at charts for the last probably 14 years. So, in that space, looking at different stuff here. Um, Today, we're going to go over what happened with Raging Bull, Jason Bond, RagingBull.com, Jeff Bishop, the founders of RagingBull.com. Their ads are everywhere on YouTube, on Facebook. You see these little click ads. And stock tip company Raging Bull accused of $137 million fraud. FTC sues founders, move to freeze assets. So, you see this a lot in this space online. There's so many people trading stocks, so many people, websites, discords, who's telling the truth, who's not, what constitutes a fraud at this point. So let's just read down and see what happened. Founders of a company called Raging Bull tout themselves as expert stock traders who teach customers how they too can become millionaires, marketing emails. They found a hidden bull market in the COVID-19 pandemic. Federal regulators say the company operators have defrauded consumers out of more than 137 million over the past 3 years, and the coronavirus fueled economic crisis has tempered their reckless efforts due to vulnerable investors, government lawyers wrote the court filing Monday. So the Federal Trade Commission sued Raging Bull and company's co-founders Jeffrey Bishop, Jason Bond in Maryland. FTC attorneys are seeking federal court orders freezing assets, company assets, holding the alleged fraud scheme and awarding relief to consumers, including refund and restitution. A purported disclaimer buried in the company's website acknowledges that there is nothing to substantiate its claims that consumers are likely to make the market-beating returns. But Raging Bull advertises Monday lawsuit says. So that's big. Say, they're having all this, you could do that, make all this money, and then they're saying consumers aren't likely to make this, the market-beating returns. They're saying, oh, you can make $1 million. Oh, you're making 100,000 this month. You can't say things like that. To sustain this illegal operation, defendants have poured millions of dollars each year into their deceptive marketing campaigns filled with false earnings claims and targeting scores of new consumer victims, FTC attorneys wrote. FTC says Raging Bull used celebrities, including former baseball star Jose Canseco, former stockbroker Jordan Belfort, to promote their services. Belfort was inspiration for Martin Scorsese's 2013 movie The Wolf of Wall Street. FTC lawsuit doesn't accuse Canseco or Belfort of any wrongdoing. Bishop and Bond for Raging Bull 2014. The company sells online services related to stock and options trading and claims to have thousands of subscribers, according to the lawsuit. FTC says bank records show the company is bilking consumers, many of whom are retirees, immigrants, out of millions of dollars each month. Many consumers have had their refund request denied and had trouble canceling their online services. That's big too. So once they cancel, you got to give your money back. You can't deny it. Ads for Bishop Services called him a genius trader who has made millions in the stock market. The company's website says Bond is a former gym teacher. He taught himself to trade stocks and rid himself of $250,000 in debt. Company's marketing materials don't tell consumers that Bishop and Bond primarily derive their incomes from Raging Bull customer subscription fees, not from stock and option trades. The suit says they've incurred substantial and persistent losses from their own stock and option trading activities. Let me read that again. Company's marketing materials don't tell consumers that Bishop and Bond primarily derive their incomes from Raging Bull customer subscription fees. So they're making all their money from subscribers' fees. So if they're to subscribe, that would cost like $89 a month, 100 a month. 100 a month times, say the 1,000 subscribers, that's 100,000 a month right there. So Raging Bull customers, subscription fees, not from stock and option trades. The suit says they have incurred substantial and persistent losses from their own stock and options trading activities. So, these guys are clueless. If you're making 100,000 a month, you get to split it up two different ways, but stock trading is very hard. But I mean, if you're just going crazy each day in stock, you don't even know what you're doing. You can make a few trades in a month and make, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5,000. So I don't know if they're trading, how would you have substantial loss if you're making all that from subscribers' fees? You only need to make 500 to 2,000 a day. If you make 500 in one day, it's good. Everything adds up in a month, so it's crazy. Though I guess they're taking crazy chances. I don't know. I mean, if you watch Warrior Trading, I'm not sure, what he does. I just see every day, he's making 3,000, 10,000. He has a lot of subscribers too. Looks like he's actually trading. I have no proof he's not, or he is, or it's fake. Nothing like that. So, you just don't know what all these guys out here. In 2017, Raging Bull emailed subscribers that Bond was about to speak at Harvard Business School, posted video of the speech, but the FTC says the school never invited him. Instead, the agency said Bond paid a third-party promoter to stage the event at Harvard facility club using a fake Harvard insignia. Okay. Raging Bull's image is built around supposed trading success of its founders, Bishop and Bond, who got their way to falsely create larger-than-life personas as highly sought-after trading geniuses who are living the high life of their trading prowess, FTC lawyers wrote. Neither Bishop or Bond immediately responded to email or phone message left with the company. The lawsuit says both men live in New Hampshire. Raging Bull is based in Lee, New Hampshire, and has an office in Hunt Valley, Maryland, according to the suit. Also Monday, New Hampshire State Bureau of Securities Regulation filed a separate cease and desist order on Raging Bull and his co-founders, claiming the company's subscription service is fraudulent. Kyle Dennis of Kingsport, Tennessee, is also named as a defendant FTC suit, which describes him as a trading instructor at Raging Bull. FTC says Raging Bull and its instructors have repeatedly advertised claims that they could make constant profits from the stock market during the COVID-19 pandemic. For example, marketing emails in April claimed Dennis was able to rack up nearly 500,000 profits by trading stocks related to COVID-19 pandemic and found a hidden bull market. Amid the current economic crisis, defendants claim to have found a gold mine and tout the success COVID-19 and pandemic plays in the market. The defendants claim is creating more money and making opportunities that we've seen in over a decade, FTC lawyers wrote. At least 220 consumers have filed complaints with the FCC, the State Attorney General's office, or the Better Business Bureau, according to FTC. So, they were claiming all this, we're making all this money, stock trading, and they had substantial losses, which is crazy. Then they have tons of subscribers, thousands, they say. And, they're saying all this, we're making all this money, pandemic, look at this. You too can make hundreds of thousands. I can't put out claims like that. If they would have did it a different way and, trade it, and even if they didn't trade well, maybe they lost money here, then they gain money. And just say, we're not millionaire traders. We're teaching and we make a living doing this as we're teaching you. We could make anywhere from 50 grand a year, 40, 60. Maybe that's different because Warrior Trader is doing it too. he's trading, making money. He has thousands of subscribers. I'm not sure when he started his recent, from his recent, he's done, right now he's doing great, where you see him making like 10,000, 20,000. He was making for like 2,000. He has a lot of subscribers too. So, is he saying, no, you can do this, make all this money? He has disclaimers. So, there's other people too out there. Who else do I see? Dekmar, Sean Dekmar. He says he has about 700 followers, subscribers. I'm not sure what he says. I don't follow these guys that closely to see what he's saying. If he's saying, oh, you can make $1 million too, or turn 500 into, a lot of people say that too, 500 into like 30,000, 50,000. I'm not sure if that's legal. You can say that. I mean, subjective. And the big thing though is to get a following. These guys get a following, and people follow and pay for their service. Now, is that illegal? People follow you, pay for your service? It's like in Vegas. Someone wants to follow my picks. Like, oh, the Eagles, I'm picking to win this game, like sports betting. I mean, if you're following me, that's on your risk. That's your risk you're doing that. You're putting that up. You want to believe in my service, that's on you. But I don't think you can say, oh, follow us to be millionaires, we're millionaire traders. You can't really say that. And then they take substantial losses, and they're putting out all this misinformation. So that's different. You want to teach people to trade and do stuff like that. That's different. You just got to come across, I'm making what I'm making. You make money from people subscribing, but you can't totally lie about it. You can't have fraudulent activities like that. If you make some of your money trading and some from subscribing, you just got to tell it, I'm not, you're not a millionaire trader. Be upfront with people. People follow people, on YouTube, and they might even paper trade, but I think they're honest with it. So that's really important. So, this was interesting. We'll see if other stuff comes down here. There's a lot of services out there. So I'm not sure, how you look at this here. You got to be careful what you're doing, what you're saying to people, and you can't come across, we're millionaire traders. And then I don't even know if they charge. I don't know if they're charging for like, what do you call it? Like the program to follow, and it's like 3,000 a month. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure how much it is. Oh, follow our service as far as like, what's the word I'm trying to say? Not their service. I mean, if you go over, this is how to stock trade. This is how to short trade. Maybe they have a package like that. They'll buy actually that package. So, it could be like 1,000, 2,000. So, that part's interesting. So you definitely have to be careful. 137 million, that's a pretty big fraud. Freezing assets. Buried in a company's site, there is nothing to substantiate claims that consumers are likely to make market-beating returns. Well, you have to put that up. Anytime you trade a stock, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to lose money. It takes years to learn how to do this. Patterns and all that. I mean, it's a total risk. Trading stocks, most people fail, 90-95%. And the reason too is because most people don't give enough time. You got to know what you're doing. But you have to put a disclaimer. If anyone follows you, or I have a StockTwit site, like 3,000 followers. I'm in a few different chat rooms. You got to know what you're doing. A lot of people don't. And, that's a crazy part. So just like anything else in life, you got to learn. And a lot of people go, and I see even like Warrior Trading, like I watch his like recap stuff. He's like, so many people following him. You can't follow no one. Trading is so, once you know the patterns, every morning it's the same patterns, either up, down, sideways. You have to know the patterns and use small size. If you use small size, like today was it IMNP, 400 shares would have made you probably how much today? Like $1,200. That's a lot of money. You do that a few times a month, you have like 3-4 grand. In a year, it's like almost 50 grand. But you can't say stuff when you're to get people to follow you. That's false. What was the other thing I said? Like I put out so much information on StockTwits, and I tell people, follow me. I'm putting out my thoughts. If you have to know what you're doing, if you want to follow me, exactly. I hit so many stocks. Did I trade all of them? I couldn't have traded all of them. It's impossible. I'm putting out like this, I'm putting out what I see as a, stock trader, professional stock trader. When the stock market crashed, there's different moves. And then when you get different patterns, you see a pattern, I said, this is going to be a good swing trade, and eventually a lot of them went up. Not all of them were going to work. So, you got to follow at your own risk. I don't say to say blindly follow. This guy, I say it, don't just buy it. You have to do it yourself. You have to, I'm like putting out the information, and it's up to you to, look into it. That's when you have to, if you know what you're doing, then you see what the person's doing. Like if a stock went 20 down to 10, and then I'm saying, it's oversold. Everyone knows what that means in stock world, oversold, and it's going to bounce from 10 eventually. There's a good chance it will. There's nothing, illegal about saying that. But if someone just follows you, oh, you said it was going to go up from 10. Well, if you're following me, it's my opinion, and you got to do the research to understand why I said that. It might not even work. That is like a sports person betting. Like, you say a stock's going to be, a stock, the Eagles are going to win. Eagles -6, and they don't. Well, you trust it my judgment, but it's your, it's your own doing to do it. If you want to follow someone, you want to follow someone. It's gambling, and then this is a gambling. Yes and no. It's just not blindly. Okay, I'm just going in the stock. Is it going to go this way or this way? It's more education to it to know what all these indicators mean, what all these the candlesticks mean. It's not just people just think it's not easy. Once you know what all this means, you can make money from it. And the stock market can make money from it. It's nothing illegal or shady. They're all crazy moves. Yeah, anything can happen, but so just be honest with people. And people follow you pretty much if you're honest. You want to give out your picks. You put it up there. You're at your own risk at that point. What else did they say? I'm trying to see here. So claiming this company subscription service is fraudulent. Where's the other claim here? Yeah, purported, see it, buried company's website knows that there's nothing substantiated its claims that consumers are likely to make market-beating returns. Buried. Buried in company's website acknowledges that there's nothing to substantiate claims that consumers are likely to make market-beating returns. Well, on that part, that's what following someone. You got to know what you're doing too. You can't be stupid. I've only been in chat rooms. I never bought anyone's service or this or. You can find everything stock market. You find a few chat rooms, YouTube, Investopedia. There's tons of information how to make money. Where's the other part? Let me see. See this part too. The company's marketing materials didn't tell consumers that Bishop and Bond primarily derive their income from Raging Bull customers subscription fees. So that's what I said. They're getting 1,000 subscribers, $100 a month. That's 100,000 a month. Now, no one's trading that. I don't even know the top traders at Wall Street's making that. Like 100,000 a month. So, but everyone knows. Everyone that has these chat rooms. You look at Warrior. I think he's 3,400. That's like 340,000 a month. Dekmar has 700. I think that's what's that? 700 times 89. It's 62,000 a month. Now they're doing sort of the same thing. So Bond probably derive their incomes from Raging Bull customer subscription fees, not from stock and option trades. See, I think you have to disclose that, but I think people know. If you have a room, 200 people, 300, you're whatever you're charging, 50 a month. I mean, you're providing a service, but you have to tell it real. I mean, but at that point, once you have a few hundred people, that's going to be more than trading, because who's going to trade and make constantly, 10 grand a month if you have that many subscribers? So if you disclose that, I mean, I think people know that though. If I make 3 to 5 grand a month, and then in a year, that's what, 30, 40, 50 grand. That's still, it's a good living. But you're making 10, 20, 30 grand a month in subscriber fees, but they're joining your service to learn how to trade. So I don't fault anyone for that. I mean, you're teaching someone, people want to learn, but yeah, I think you have to be upfront. But of course, people make more money subscriber fees. That goes to anything. If you go to like Netflix, they have millions of people subscribing, but they're not like a teaching service. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I just think if you're honest with people, I teach people on StockTwits. I'm not a paid service right now or anything, but you can teach people patterns, legitimate ways to trade in the stock market, because it's not fake. It's real. No one's teaching that out there. I just think you have to be upfront and honest with people. So, but Japan derive their income from Raging Bull customers. Yeah, of course. You're making 100 grand a month from people subscribing, their service, whatever else they provide on there. She says they've incurred substantial persistent losses from their own stock and option trading activity. So they're losing too, which makes no sense. I mean, I can get up in the morning, look at a stock, don't go crazy, don't go big and make 500 to 2,000. I don't know what they're doing. Taking major risks, I guess, because they have 100,000 coming in probably. All right, so there's a fine line here, because Raging Bull, they've been on my YouTube for a while. All these ads is the craziness. Just think of some of the top traders. Warrior Traders, 3,400 people following him, and I'm not sure what his service is. Like, I'm not sure. I know he teaches people these different packages, but he has disclaimers saying, but he does have things saying like you can make 500 to $1 million. I mean, that could be false there. I don't know how you can prove that, but excuse me. So, and all these guys have all these followers. I guess if you're legit, but that's the thing. Once you get people following you and you get 5-10 grand a month you're making from that, then that's why you can trade better too. You have an extra income doing that, and it becomes this thing. You start out trading maybe, and then you get people following you. It becomes a business. But I just don't think you should lie about anything. If some days you make 500, make 500. Let's say make 500 2 days. In a month, it's 4 grand. 4 grand times 12 is 48,000. Excuse me. So that's 48 grand a year. Then people start following you, 10, like 10 grand a month. That's 100 grand. You're making way more from your service, but Yeah, it's like anything. If people want to follow you, that's on them. But you can't say you're going to be a millionaire. You really should be teaching people. And, if they succeed, they succeed. That's like anything in life. You go to school for something and then you got to get a job or something. You don't succeed at it. It's not the teacher's fault. But you can't make false claims. You can't say we're going to be a millionaire. You're the best traders. We've cracked the code of COVID stock market. You can't. There's things you can't say. You just got to be upfront with people. We're the best traders, best option traders ever. So, stock trading simple as far as put your money in a 401k long. You can swing trade, position trade, hold for weeks to months, or day trade. You win, you lose, or maybe draw. So that's it. All right. So, the fine line of stock trading. Thousands of people right now are trading on their own. They have businesses. I follow a few guys. One guy charges 75 a month. Not sure what Warrior charges. I think 100 and something. Deckmar charges about 89. There's a lot of different programs. So, just watch who you follow, and you don't want to be people claiming we're the best traders in the world. No one's perfect in trading. People lose all the time. People win. You want people consistent and people teaching you just the right patterns. That's all it is. Risk reward, what you should be trading, patterns like that. All the technicals of charts. That's the main thing. You got to know these penny stocks. If you're trading them, the charts. You have to know the information. It takes years. I'm still doing and learning at this point. All right, so that's it. A different video for today on Raging Bull, accused of $137 million fraud. Please subscribe and like the channel. We do stock trading, day trading, swing trading videos, recaps, technical analysis. Different patterns. You have your symmetrical, inverse cup and handle, blah, 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 pennant. All these type of patterns you got to learn. Candlesticks, swing trade ideas. When the market has these dips, like the stocks here, goes down to here, there's levels. There's overbought and oversold. It's really like a buy sell level, you could say. It depends where it's at. If it's continually going down, you don't want to buy it here, but that works. Works on different stocks. You don't know. You got to watch penny stocks on that though. That's more of like an ETF or higher price stocks in the market, because they'll eventually bounce back and they come up. The dip buying, all that. All right, that's it. Please subscribe and like. And we're out for now. Peace. Peace.